Okay, I've decided I don't like this mast. It's too bendy for me. When the sail was set, it was touching the middle and coming off the mast, the top and the bottom. I'm worried about getting dismasted as well. So I didn't like the set of it, and I don't think it's strong enough. I think it's too flexible. So what am I going to do with this? Frig it. So with this mast gone, I need some way to replace it. I went to a place in Clearwater called Don's Marine Salvage, and I did find some aluminum mast. This is actually an outrigger for a sport fish. It was a few inches taller. The sail with the other mast, the foot would touch the gunnels, which are the sides of the boat right here. The sail would touch the seat, wouldn't quite go over the gunnels here. So I wanted to get it higher anyways. So I got this pole here to replace it, and this aluminum spar to replace the sprit. I found the sprit I had wasn't long enough and wasn't setting the way I liked. What I got from the mast wasn't quite long enough, but I found the sprit here fit inside of what I'm going to use as the mast. So I've done a few things here. I've cut a piece off of the spar and I put it in top of the mast here and riveted it in place. Hopefully that'll be strong enough to hold it there. I've also set a block there for the halyard. That should turn a bit better and get it higher up off the mast. At the same time, I also went to the other end here and I mounted my cleats. I just drilled and tapped, and I set a better place for the tack that's on the mast and off the boat, so that should be better for holding the sail taut. Still need to do a few other things to make this work. I have as well added a grommet to the sail at the throat here, right here at the very top, to help pull the leech closer to the mast as well, keep that from pulling away. And I made a new line to make up that distance there. So let me go ahead and set this up and show you what that looks like as of right now. I still have to cut and make the sprit to set the sail, but I will show you that. So here's that sail partially rigged. I moved the cleats down from here down to there because why would I have them in a bad area? So I just moved them now. I need to figure out where to put a block here for the snotter. So I have my new pole rigged up to the peak up there, and as I pull this tight, that shows this side of the sail. Now I can change this up and down, and as I do that, it changes how the sail is set. Part of my problem was this was too high on my last pole, so it wasn't setting right. As I go farther down, I raise that peak up and pull better tension across. I might have cut this pole a bit short, but this seems about where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a block and see how that looks. Okay, here's the updated rig. You see the peak is much taller now. I've actually had that picked up better. Again, there's not a whole lot of breeze here, but I'm getting some vertical tension here. And I have room on the snotter, a bit of room, to tension that even more to adjust sail shape. There the lines start to go along the spar. Here they start to go more vertical, so that's about where I want it. See that luff here is pulled tight from top to bottom and is allowed to move freely. Very light breeze again, so the sail is just kind of laying there. So that's helped me quite a bit. It's moved everything forward. Now there's space between the gunnel there and the foot to sit in. The foot still isn't pulling tight, so I may need to take a little bit out of the luff here just to pull the whole sail forward to make it set a bit better. But I'm much happier with how that looks just sitting in the yard with almost no breeze on it. So the next update will be the dagger board and see what I can do there. I'm running out of light today to get that done. But we'll see how that goes. And here's this block I put in so I can tension it on the go. As I'm sailing, loosen and tension depending on my pressure, how the sail looks. So we'll see how that goes once I get the underwater portion done. And once again, there's that look at that rig. One more thing to note, even though there's a lot less wind, there's not as much twist in the sail. It's taken some of it out. I want some of it, but not as extreme as it was. So we'll see how that goes once we get on the water and see how that looks.